Hello friends and welcome to Knowledge by Nature. In today's video I wanted to give you a flip through of the Arithmetic 1 work text. This is the second edition by Abeka. I just recently have made this addition to our homeschool, and if you haven't seen my latest homeschool update, I'll put that right up here. I talk about how I am needing to change math up a little bit. We are huge fans of Singapore math, but there's just something that's not quite clicking the way that I want it to. And I had seen where someone was using this along with a program similar to Singapore math. And so my plan is to use Life of Fred and this workbook every other day, and then also go along with my Singapore math. And so if you're interested in Singapore math, I'll also put our dimensions video right up here in case you're interested. But I did want to give you a flip through because this is a really neat little workbook. It's very colorful, and it's really not a lot that is expected of them every day, which is kind of nice, especially if you have one that doesn't like a lot of workbook. So on the contents here from lessons 1 to 35, we're going counting to 100, writing numbers to 70, counting by ones and tens, addition, subtraction, families to 6, money, bar graph, story problems, geometric shapes, calendar, and place value to tens. And one thing that I purposely got this for is so that we would have a spiral approach to math, and it would give me a little bit more worksheet work to go along with the spiral Life of Fred to cohese these two things together. And so I think it's going to work well. Lessons 2 or section 2 is the farm, and that is going to be counting and writing to 200, counting by 2s, 5s, and 25s, place value to hundreds, addition, subtraction, families to 9, money, geometric shapes, symmetry, pictograph, ruler, time to the half hour, fractions, linear measures, liquid measures, measures of time, and temperature. And then we go to the ocean for set 3, where we're counting and writing to 1,000, counting by 3s, addition and subtraction families to 11, money, ruler, time to the quarter hour, time to 5 minutes, fractions, measures of weight, 2-digit addition and subtraction, 3-digit addition and subtraction. And then 4 is we're going to the spring, and this is Roman numerals to 10, graphing tally marks, addition and subtraction families to 13, perimeter, concept of multiplication, carrying to tens, and carrying to 100s. And so as you can see, it starts out a little bit simpler and then definitely works its way through. And what it looks like is that we have 2 pages every time for the lesson. So lesson 1, and each page has a spot to put their name, which I think is nice. But right here we see lesson 1, and this says seat work. Now this does not come with this does not come with a teacher's manual. This is just the student workbook. You can get a manual to go with this, but I just wanted this as something extra. And so it's introducing our first lesson, and then we have lesson 1, classwork, and then lesson 2, seat work, and then on the back it's going to be classwork. And so that's really nice is that you could rip these out too and have your whole lesson there. So if you're going to go somewhere, you could just rip out a few and you would be able to do these while you were going. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip through these so you can get an idea of what is going to be covered, what each page is going to look like. And so there's very little on each page, which is really nice. It's not going to be overwhelming, but it is going to be some good information. I think in this grade, it's probably a workbook that would be very easy to go ahead and just pick up and do without the teacher's manual. I picked this up from, I believe it was christianbookoutlet.com or christianbook.com. It was on sale one day, and I was super excited about that. It was back ordered, so it took me almost a month to get it, but it's nice to have it. And we are going to be starting this week, but I wanted to show it to you before we started writing all over it. So right here, we're counting 1 to 30, and so they're going to be writing. We're seeing the addition here. Circle the numbers that are greater. And so I'm really, really glad to have this spiral approach that I can bring in, and that way it doesn't feel like we're just doing the same thing every time. And that was one of the issues that we were having, is that I think she was starting to get bored with every single day of the week covering the one subject of that chapter, where with this we'll do our mastery on one day, and then we can come over here and we can have this spiral approach where we're doing addition, we're doing groups of tens, we're doing greater than, circle the number, then we've got money. So this is really cute too, very colorful. Now if you have a student that's going to get distracted by the colors, this might not be the best thing. So I'm going to go ahead, we're on lesson 29 here, so let's go a few pages forward. Lesson 47, we've got some seat work here, then classwork. Seat work, classwork. So you can see we're on the farm here. We're working with the clock, we're working with the money. I like that the money, it actually looks like money. So it's, you know, we have these silver coins and copper coins, and it's actually the print of the front and the back of them. So that's really nice, so that it does look like real money. We're measuring the vegetables. Clockwork, analog, and digital there. We're working with some addition and money at the same time. And then there's plenty of coloring options. If you have one that really likes to color, there's quite a few pages where you can color. Just gonna keep going here for a little bit. It looks like we're still at the farm. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna jump forward a little bit again. So we're at 78. Looks like we've got a Christmas theme going here. That's fun. So there is some religious things in here if that's something that you would be interested in having or not having, but it doesn't look like it's really too far out. I did actually find this from Project Happy Home originally, and she is a secular homeschooler and she uses this. So we've got Noah's Ark right here. We're working with some temperatures here. Right here, we're looking at the half dollar. That's pretty neat to show them. I'm sure most kids don't see these anymore. We do have a few, so I've been able to like pull those out and show those to her before, but that's neat that they're showing that. We're looking at the seasons and the calendar work here. We've got some map work over there. We're looking at the dollars now, as well as the cents. So we're here at the ocean. I'm going to flip through a little bit more. I'm going to skip. Back here. We're at 118 now. We're getting into those 3-digit numbers. We are adding here. We're adding multiple numbers here. We're counting by 5s from 150 to 170. We're doing some 2-digit subtraction. We're counting to 130 here. We're doing a little bit of split math there. So we're starting to see a little bit more advanced, as we should at the end of first grade. So now we're talking about springtime. So this is the next section, which I believe would be the last section of this workbook. And so we have these little woodland creatures here, the little animals, doing some math. So as you can see, we're finding the missing number here. Doing some degrees here. So it's very cute. There's another religious image there. So I would say that probably each section has at least one of those, if not more. I haven't gone through and read all of this yet, but just if you're interested in that. So we'll just kind of flip through these last few pretty quickly. Just wanted to give you a really nice flip through because I think it's so nice to really see the workbook before you purchase it. And this isn't a cheap workbook either, and so it's nice if you're going to be spending $30 or more, what you are going to be getting, and know that it might be something that fits for your family well. At the very end here, there are some like fast pages, so like you could do some timed pages, so you could take those out and make copies if you wanted to. And so there's a few pages of those for addition and subtraction, and then there's a combination of them. And then in the very back, there's a My Growth chart, which I think is really cute, so you can measure and figure out how tall they are in the fall, the winter, and the spring, put their name and the school year. So I think this is really cute. I think this is going to work great for what I bought it for. And so if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!